We're here, we've got people in. We've finally got people. How are you all doing tonight? radio. A little bit of music blows the cobwebs away. Now, it appears that Sesko wants to go to Manchester United. So he goes, and we're in absolute chaos. Now, a couple of people got a few things wrong. Posted a picture before. Picture was waves. WX in the little corner. WX network. Well, showing you the big guns. They're the big guns because people who think the meme coin is the biggest. No. It's just there. It's still there. And San Diego. Ricardo. What was for tea tonight? Haven't had it yet. What? Alright. So, yeah, I'm a little bit late. Yes, chatting with somebody. Now, what's going to happen? We don't know. There's the honest answer. Jordan Nation, John O'Hare, Mr. G, and Mr. G earned last night since you earned last night in Super Chat. In his words, if he earns, mods will earn. Yes, Geordie Nation, mods will earn. We're not there yet. Here's a thing for you. This morning, it flashed up on my phone, the Tomb Review. So I clicked on the link. And I went into chat. And there was a few people in chat, chatting too. And then Paul Ditchburn pops up on screen. Breakfast show. And I watched and I shared. And guess what? Some of you, oh, you didn't watch, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. I was like, well, that's very, very, very funny because it's on Facebook. Really very funny. So what I did was I posted it to Facebook. Then I posted it to my pages. Same thing with Adam Pearson's videos. Same thing with every other YouTube channel. Isn't that strange? Isn't that so very strange? I'm posting their content. Well, I'm posting their content because first I want to help that channel rise. That's how hard YouTube is. Pushing that other channel higher on one of my pages. And I got totally slaughtered. Why? Why? Why is that? You see, Mason is part of PD Proudlock's crew. Mason. At Mason. Yeah? Mason, I think it's Mason Ford. I think it is. He's part of PD Proudlock's crew. On top of that, yeah, Choppy sometimes comes in here. And I'm chatting with them. I've already said I'm doing the post, done the post, come back in. And people still don't believe. And you know why you don't believe? You don't believe because you're listening to your mates. Instead of watching what's straight there in front of you. Crazy, but true. So, I posted today to all of those people. I got slaughtered, Geordie Nation. I was in chat. I was chatting to Choppy, to Mason, to PD Proudlock. What I can't do, yeah, is when I said to everybody on Facebook, this is live, big capital letters, come in, say hello. I do the same to every YouTube channel I'm in chat with. Loaded Mag, NUFC Matters, Matty Renton, whoever I am in chat with, it gets shared, and I always say, come in and say hello. It's just such a simple greeting. That's all it is. Come in, say hello, smash the like, and subscribe. Everyone does the same thing. Now, as Paul was saying this morning, Newcastle's in chaos. Our club is in absolute chaos. Considering what we had last year, we had a cup. This year, we haven't even got the players we want. Geordie Nation, I am seeing Adam P tomorrow. Ask Adam P, right, when he did the interview with me outside of St James's Park, ask him where I said we would finish that year and ask him for his response. Because his response was beautiful. Oh, I say, Geordie Nation, I've got you. Yeah, I've got you. Yeah, we're not friends. No, because I don't go in his circles and Adam Pearson doesn't come in my circles. We're just part of the same community. Yeah, there's more Newcastle United content creators right now than there isn't. So there you go, and Geordie Nation, yeah, you're trying to put something in there that doesn't exist. You're trying to put a spin on it. Now, I've seen Adam several times. I haven't always spoke to him, haven't always done an interview with him, but I have always turned around and stuck my thumb up and says, cracking, lad, cracking. Oh, by the way, Geordie Nation, by the way, there's other YouTube, pardon me, there's other YouTube channels as well. John Sinclair TV, PD Proudlock. I've been in theirs as well. So, you're going to inquire with them too. It's just I don't like what's this? Rewatch the video. You pretend. No, I don't pretend at all. There you go. You see, there you go again. There's another trying to attack. Why? Why are you trying to do that? Huh? Why are you trying to do that? I mean, I've got that many people at this moment in time who don't care. Why is that? David, years and years ago, I was on Twitter, years and years ago, and I said something to the club on Twitter at NUFC. Nothing happened. They don't want to listen to the little people, which is us. We're just fans. Yeah. There you go. So this amount of people, man, mindless. Yeah, of course. Yeah. But then again, no mods in tonight. Mods are on a holiday. They're on a 2-week holiday. Yeah, of course. Right on. Try that one on for size, Sunshine. Try that one on for size. You earned last night. Yeah. Super chat went in last night. Are you complaining? Because from where I'm standing right now, I'm on YouTube and you're in my live. Yeah? They're on holiday. They've gone to Barbados, Las Vegas, sort of thing. No. Yeah. Get your facts right. I said to everybody that when the time comes, repeat. I put chat boxes up. There are 9 boxes in total. So people can come in. Those people who come in can go into a box. We can all chat. Then, if enough was made in super chats, it would be divided between all of the moderators. Pardon me. So, if you're going to get something, get that fact right. Now, I've yet got to speak with those Baz. Well, I should have asked Paul this morning, but chat was flying. No, I haven't changed my mind. No, I haven't. It's just you want to pick a little bone which isn't there. So there you go. So all of my meetings today have been done. Are you on the PD show tomorrow? No. If it flashes up on my phone, which Paul Ditchburn did this morning, when is CTNU and Geordie Nation end of the month? Can't do anything until the end of the month, unfortunately. It's a finance thing. There you go. Now, you saw in today's post the other coins. They're on WX and then they're coming out. One at a time. They're coming out one at a time because it's expensive to bring it out. Why not sell? There's a problem I've got to do before I can sell. Once that problem is out the road, then I'm going to post links everywhere where people can join WX, create an account, fund the account, and then we move forward. Is it a big problem? Nope. Pass a simple anti-scam test. Here's a simple anti-scam test for you, Dan. Yeah, here's a simple test for you right now. Earlier today, chatting with my neighbour, and Donald Trump, the president of the United States, came up. And apparently my neighbour had turned round and said he was at £9 for his Trump coin. And I said, impossible. No, impossible. The problem that my neighbour had was this. The price he was looking at was in US dollars. The price on my phone was pound sterling. And took me a while for that to sink in, but I said to her, Trump and mine, they're in the same boat. They're on the same platform. And if it's good enough for the current president, it's good enough for me too. And there's your anti-scam test. If Donald Trump can sell his coin, Trump, I can sell mine. So there we go. Craig Hope says we're signing no players. I quite agree. Yeah, quite agree. Me and Bonnie Blue are on the same platform. Means nout. Well, if it means nout, yeah, if it means nout, let's do this. There you go. Means nout. Bye. See you in 24 hours. Negative, 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 negative. Why? Why all of this anti this, anti that, anti the other? Why? Why? You know, I said to Bok Bok when I first posted the meme, and Bok Bok said it was a rug pull. You can't rug pull a YouTube channel. I'm sorry, you just can't do it. You either provide content or you didn't. And if you didn't, what are you watching? Huh? What are you watching? You know what I'm saying? Because this is what I was saying in my post. If I'm posting something like a picture or I'm showing you something, I'm showing you that for a reason. Now, one thing I'll keep going back to many, many times, where I was born and brought up, these things didn't exist when I was a kid. They didn't. Especially AI. AI did not exist, but does now. And we all know sometimes it has a issue. Take the, what do you call it? Take the first version of Seeking You. You couldn't get into it. You could see it, but you couldn't get into it. But yeah. Hey, did you like Paul McCartney or the Beatles? Beatles is one of the best bands ever. You seem angry. Why do I seem angry? Am I raising my voice? Am I shouting at my phone? Don't think so. I'm just saying there are people, my chat's full of them. In the comments of the pictures and the stuff I've posted. I wasn't in Paul Ditchburn's chat this morning. I wasn't here. I wasn't there. I wasn't the other. And it's all full of Jeremy. One thing I'm going to say to you is this. Yeah? What I'm trying to do is hard. It is. But it's worth doing. And because it's worth doing, that's why I'm doing it. The YouTube in you, the YouTube has Patreon. Yeah? It's already linked. I'm not familiar with Patreon. Do you think you may be taking on too much? Sounds like a lot for... It is a lot for one person. It is. However, I mean, these are ideas I believe will eventually make money. And that's the important bit. I mean, the plan with my channel. Bok. Are you going to rug pull? No. The rug pull, Bok, is in your head. And I'm going to tell you one thing, right? Certain people in certain places know this as fact. When you do a rug pull, normally the person who does the rug pull goes to prison. I don't want to go to prison. So, no. On what's coming next month, no. There will be a good 40% put into a DeFi pool. Yes. That will happen. Same as how I was showing the neighbour today when I took the picture of WX. In 2027, I think it is in the August of 2027, my WX is unlocked. That's in a pool. And when that is unlocked, then I will be working. So I'll just put that in the nest egg for when I'm not. But I was showing him the day and his eyes like kind of, whoa. because that's what you do as an investment. Same with, like, me and the president are now in Solana. Solana has the option to do that straight up. If it does, brilliant. That's what we want. Now, there's no rug pull, Dan. Bok Bok brought the rug pull up. So there's no rug pull. There never was, ever, because you can go to prison for it. You know, it's highly illegal. A rug pull is basically where I or somebody else gets you to buy lots and lots and lots and lots, and then we decide we're cashing in the whole lot, and then run away with the money. And it happens in America quite a lot, and other places, but you can't rug pull a YouTube channel. It just can't be done. I mean, you can stop. I could turn around and say, right, 11:30 tomorrow morning, no YouTube. 7 p.m. tomorrow, no YouTube. And then tomorrow you would get no videos, but you would still have 2,300 videos to look through. And that would be, for you to view. However, I wouldn't do that because I want to grow. Like I said to Adam Pearson, like I said to Paul Ditchburn, to Matty Renton of Magpie Channel TV, through Black and White Eyes and others. We all want the same thing. Yes, for college, don't know, because I haven't heard of anything from the college. Nothing. It's like the college is being as quiet as Newcastle United at this present moment in time. Not long. Yeah, no. Well, there's not long also to other things as well. September, one of the big guns comes out to play, and I'm going to push that big gun all the way when it does come out to be on as many exchanges as it can go on to. Bert Wynn, can I ask? You talk about investment, but you're what? You're on income related. Yeah. Do you know why I was on income related universal credit? Do you know why? I was sacked. I was sacked while I was injured. And that itself is illegal. But it still happened. And I've got to pay for the college tuition. Oh, right, fair enough. Okay, so I've got to pay. So I'll have to ask the job centre. Yeah, I'll do that. So, nothing on the Newcastle United front. Quieter than a mouse. Not a thing. So, yes. What do we have to look forward to? Well, what we do have to look forward to is a link going into chat where you can come into and fill a box, and then we'll talk on a forum base. So 9 boxes, 10 including me on screen, all at the same time, and hopefully we get the boxes filled. Hopefully we get people in chat giving off super chats, so the super chats can be dispersed between the moderators and make everybody happy. Now, if the way they fired you was illegal, it was illegal. It was illegal because the good people at Citizens Advice Bureau turned around and told me it was illegal. I lost in court because I was representing myself. I got stung by the union, who got me to sign a bit of paperwork to say I no longer needed the union's help. So, no. David, was there a jury? No. Just one person who was the judge. And I did get 14 days, but that 14 days, the paperwork vanished. Yeah, you're right, Corvo. There wasn't a jury for a tribunal. No, there wasn't. Well, the person given the judgment said, "You got 2 weeks," and I've still got all the paperwork. So yes, and it is what it is. Nothing you do with it. Mark Lonsdale, hello again. I submitted my paperwork, recorded delivery, paid £6.50 or something like that for recorded delivery because I didn't live in the area. However, papers walked. Well, I'm glad you mentioned that, Bert Wynn. I'm glad you mentioned that because I'm going to check on that. I think, well, Adam Pearson was saying earlier, he thinks he's going to stay. He's contracted anyway, so it's possible he could stay. Fight for his place and maybe get the money he wants. Maybe. Don't know. But the one thing is important at the end of the day. We never have another summer like this. Never. All them players nicked. Chelsea, Liverpool, Manchester United. Nick. We'll have that. That must never, ever happen again. Because that was cruel. Yeah, I mean, don't know about I've seen so much talk this morning about DCL. I think that's Dominic Calvert-Lewin, possibly free agent. Ollie Watkins of Aston Villa. Nobody knows anything. which is utterly shocking. So, makes you wonder, doesn't it? Everybody is against our club. Everybody. And here's another one. Again, nothing said. Mark Gahey from Crystal Palace. Nothing. So, I'm going to make something to eat. Wishing you all a fabulous evening. And no phone calls tomorrow. So we will be live 11:30 and try and get there for 7. Just depends if I'm talking. Okay? Have a fantastic evening. And tomorrow is a new day. Hopefully, tomorrow we get some positive news because at the moment it's thunder and lightning. Have a brilliant one and thank you all.